Welcome to the ASU University Service Learning Service Goals presentation. This video is intended to help supervisors support their USL interns in the creation of service goals. Every University Service Learning student will create service goals to provide focus for their service activities, clarify expectations of their supervisor, and ensure the impact of their service in the community. During this presentation, we will review the purpose of the service goals assignment, describe goals and objectives, explain the submission and approval process, provide examples and tips on supporting your students through this process. Creating service goals helps your student interns determine what they aim to accomplish in their internship this semester. These should be a roadmap to what the student interns will do or hope to accomplish through their service activities for your organization and the population they serve. Service goals are created by all students participating in USL courses under the direction of their community partner supervisors. This assignment occurs in the first third of the semester, and students understand that you, as their internship supervisor, should be involved in the creation of these goals. Please discuss submission timeframes with your student intern directly. How are goals, objectives, and measurement defined in the University Service Learning Program? How will the service your student intern provides benefit your organization or population before the end of the semester? Creating service goals will ensure that your student intern clearly identifies the intended outcome of their service internship activities. Their goals should help to drive what they accomplish and alleviate the community need or issue for the population that they are serving through their internship. Setting goals is a common professional practice that we would like students to learn through their USL experience. What is a goal, and how do you help your student intern make one? Remember, the service goals that students create must benefit your organization or population served by the internship. Personal goals for the student's benefit are explored in the pre- and post-service reflection assignments and should not be included in their service goals. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines a goal as the end toward which effort is directed. This means that your student intern must think of the outcome of their service as their goal or goals. A goal will keep the USL student intern on track to accomplish what they have planned within the time they have dedicated to your service organization. Note, the goal should not be their service hours themselves for the course or individual tasks, but should be what is accomplished within those tasks described in the service internship posting on MyUSL. For example, 10 unemployed refugees will obtain employment after participating in 3 job skills trainings. For the USL Service Goals assignment, each student will identify a minimum of 3 service goals they will pursue throughout their semester-long service internship that aligns with their service internship position. How does an objective relate to a goal? Objectives are actions taken towards accomplishing a goal. Each of the 3 required goals for the service goals assignment must have between 3 and 4 objectives identified. By taking a USL course, student interns satisfy a literacy requirement. This means that students are expected to write at a collegiate level. Objectives must appear in full sentences and typically start with an action word like develop, create, communicate, or organize. If a student's goal is to assist 10 refugees in finding employment, some objectives for this goal could be research existing job skills curriculum, develop or update a job skills curriculum, facilitate 3 job skills trainings, create a survey to track employment after the job skills training, or administer surveys for refugees that participated in that training. How do you know if your student intern accomplished their goal? Well, you measure it. Measurement allows students to know if they have achieved their goal. It is the quantification or summation of an action, task, or process. Measurements for your student intern's goals should directly align with their service goals and objectives. For example, if one of the student's objectives is to call donors to request paint supplies for a mural, then the measure could be the number of donors they call or the amount of supplies they collect. Measurements should be a numeric value, such as a number of students that participate in a tutoring program, number of items collected or distributed, or the number of lessons created in a curriculum. What tool will your student intern use to capture what they want to measure? Some examples of tools that can capture what your student intern is measuring could be a sign-in sheet, applications, assessments or tests, donation letters, etc. Once your student has a tool that can capture the measurement, then they will need to keep track of the measurement. There are many ways to track measures, and you may already have a system in place at your organization. Students have been advised to talk to you as their internship supervisor to determine the appropriate measurement tools and tracking systems. Please note, students are not expected to share the measurement tool or instrument or the names of those who are being measured. How does your student intern submit their service goals, and how do you approve them? The service goals form appears in the MyUSL system. It is an electronic form that will be submitted by your USL intern through MyUSL. Please note this form will only appear for your intern if their internship selection, or ISF, has been approved by you. Students have access to instructions regarding the service goals assignment along with an instructional video. It is possible for students to submit their service goals without first seeking your input. However, student interns are highly encouraged to meet with you to discuss their service goals prior to submission. Submitted service goals will first be reviewed and approved by the student's USL instructor. You will receive an automatic notification from MyUSL stating that the service goals are pending your review after the USL instructor reviews the service goals. You have the ability to provide feedback to your student intern about their goals by selecting Needs Edits by Student, which will send the goals back to the student. If there are no substantive feedback to provide to the student, you may review and approve the service goals. When are the USL service goals revisited? The USL service goals will be revisited throughout the student intern's course and the semester. You, as the student internship supervisor, will be prompted to complete performance evaluations for each USL student intern during the semester. During their performance evaluations, please have a discussion with your student interns to benchmark what they have accomplished during their service or where they may have opportunities to grow. Student interns are also encouraged to use their service goals to highlight accomplishments on their resume, and they will be asked to revisit their service goals and what they have accomplished during their post-service reflection assignment. It is suggested that you review your student intern service goals form with them regularly throughout the semester to keep them on track. An example of a service goal, objectives, and measurable outcomes are provided in the final sections of this presentation. More examples appear in the service goals assignment instructions that are provided to your USL student intern. An example of an educational goal could be, by the end of the semester, all 19 of Mr. Villa's kindergarten classroom will be able to count and recognize numbers from 1 to 100. Objectives include develop a curriculum for students on the small dry erase boards, have the students practice counting and work with the ones that are struggling, test the students once a month and record their progress, change the curriculum to the current needs of students and work with the students that still need more help. Measurable outcomes could include comparing the first test scores to the last test scores and determining how many or what % of the class can count to and recognize numbers from 1 to 100. Number of activities completed on numbers 1 to 100 could also be a measurable outcome. This is an example of a goal for a food pantry internship. The goal would be distribute 100 food boxes to low-income individuals and families in Phoenix. Objective 1, assemble food boxes according to your supervisor's instructions. Objective 2, research healthy recipes that can be made with non-perishable food box items. Objective 3, create a healthy recipe resource flyer to include in the food boxes. Objective 4, call businesses to request donations for non-perishable and perishable food items. The measurable outcomes could be the number of food boxes created, number of individuals receiving food boxes, number of families receiving food boxes, or the amount of overall food that was donated. During this presentation, the purpose of the service goals activity was reviewed, goals and objectives were described, the submission and approval process was explained, examples were provided, and tips on supporting your students throughout this process. Student interns have been told to direct questions about how to complete their service goals assignment to you as their USL internship supervisor as well as their USL instructor. Finally, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to the USL team, and thank you for supporting our students.